So the teams for MCC 26 just got announced, and they're actually insane. Like, all the teams are amazing. They all have great duos, great players. Just all around, it's going to be an amazing Halloween event, and I can't wait. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. Also, make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and enjoy. First up, we have the Red Ravens, with Tommy Innit, Captain Sparkles, Finster, and Jack Manifold, with a Season 2 average of 8,297. Now, first off, we have the return of Finster and the return of the Captain and Tommy duo. Now, this team's going to be really interesting. We have Tommy and Jack, who are literally just going to joke around the entire time, all right? We know what they did in MCC 24 together, and they're basically going to do that for this team. But I think Tommy's going to take a slightly more serious tone just because I think he wants to lead this team really well. And I think he thinks that he can lead this team really well. So he's going to try his best, I think, to lead this team really well. I don't know how that's going to go, especially with Jack being there to basically just joke around the entire time. And then you have Finster, who I don't know how. I mean, every single time Finn's turned into the event, I feel like Finn's just won it. So Finn won it in MCC 17, Finn won it in MCC 24, Finn was in All Stars but didn't win it. But I don't think they're gonna win it here. But I think it's gonna be a really fun team, and I think Sparkles is gonna be really, really cool to finish this team out. And yeah, I think their average is pretty nice, but it's kind of messed up because Finn only literally plays in like every 3 events or something like that. So it's kind of messed up, but it's fine. And so yeah, I would say this team's I want to say they're top 5, but I don't think they are. I don't think they're top 5. I think they're like bottom 5, but like barely. I think it's like they're probably like 7th or 6th, to be honest. That's probably my prediction for them. Probably 6th or 7th. I think Tommy's going to do really well. I don't think they're going to be bottom 3. I don't see them really being bottom 3. Next up, we have the Orange Oozes with Tapel, Bad Boy Halo, Skeppy, and Spifey, with a Season 2 average of 7,173. Now, starting off, this team's actually really cool. I know a lot of people like this team because I don't think they all play on SMP Earth. Sorry, though. I just right away I thought back to SMP Earth because I saw Spifey, and I think Tapo played on SMP Earth. I don't know. I just think whenever I think of Spifey, I think of SMP Earth. So I just thought that they all played on it. I don't know if I think Skeppy. Yes, Skeppy did. Skeppy. I don't know if Skeppy did. Anyways, this team's gonna be pretty cool. Their season 2 average is down only because Bad and Skeppy and Spifey really haven't played really much of Season 2. I think Spifey's played like 3 or 4 events, maybe 3. I think 3. Yeah, I think 3 or 4. Skeppy's only played 2. Bad's only played like 3 or 4 also, and then Tapo's played the most. I don't know how many. But that's really the only reason why their Season 2 average is so low. But I think this team's going to have great chemistry. I know they all know each other really well, and I just love to see the Bad and Skeppy duo back, especially with Tapel as their leader. Tapel as their leader is going to be awesome, man. It's going to be so cool to see the leadership dynamic between Tapel and then the rest of the team. And then Spifey rounds out the team very well because I know Spifey knows all these players, whether it's from SMP Earth or not, okay? And yeah, I just like Spifey. He's really cool. Skeppy, also really cool. Bad, really cool. And Tapel, just amazing, man. All around, this team's good, but I do think they aren't going to be the best or one of the best. I'd probably say they're going to be bottom 3, probably like 8th or 9th, just because the competition is very good for this event, like it is always in MCC these days. But this team's just really cool for the vibes anyways. Next up, we have the Mustard Mummies with Sapnap, 5UP, Michael McJill, and G Nelly, with a Season 2 average of 8,248. Now, this team is very, very talented. I think this team could go very far. I think they're going to automatically get top 5 because of 2 things. 1, because it's Mustard. Mustard won last MCC with Sapnap, or last Halloween MCC, sorry, with Sapnap. And 2, because they have the Sapnap and 5UP duo. I mean, that's just already insane. 5UP has the brains, Sapnap is the bronze. It's actually kind of cracked. You round it out with Michael, who's really funny, and it's going to be really cool to see him rage in Ace Race again if they play Ace Race or rage in any game that they play, because Michael's just all around funny. And then you got G, who's also the positivity, and she's just the one that edges out this team, or sorry, what's the word? Like, rounds out this team very well. I think I like this team. This is a cool team. It's not my favorites, probably not. One of my favorites because it's Sapnap, but I think Sapnap's the villain of MCC. If you haven't already heard me say that before, but yeah, if he wins again, bro, it's actually gonna be it's gonna be I'm gonna be so mad, bro. If he wins again, it's gonna be actually crazy. I don't think he will though, just because I think there's a better team out there. I think there's like maybe one or two better teams than this team. I think there's like two better teams than this team, but this team still is really good. I think they can get like third or fourth, maybe top two. I might be sleepy on this team. In my final predictions, I might put them in the top two, but for right now, I'm going to put them at 3. Next up, we have the Lime Leeches with Cub Fan, In the Littlewood, Pizza Hut, and Solidarity, with a Season 2 average of 8,539. Now, this team is very well-rounded. Like, really, really cool team. Really, very, very strong team. I feel like this team would do really well in Season 1. I don't know about Season 2. I don't know about, like, right now. But Season 1, this team would be actually cracked. Like, insanely good in Season 1. In Season 2, I don't know, man. It's just that Martin hasn't played since what? Since his first win, which is MCC 23. Cub hasn't played since 24. Jimmy played last event. Pete played Jimmy and Pete played on the same team last event. So that's nice. They got their chemistry down because I know they teamed multiple times before. And then you have Cub and Martin, who, this team knows each other very well, all right? And the good thing is, Martin's a very good secondary player. Like, that's why he was really good on MCC 23 on the orange team, right? They were orange, okay. It was Quig, who was like the S tier, Martin, who's the secondary player, Finn, who's third, and then Eric, who was fourth, right? And it's basically very similar in this one. You have Pete as number 1. You have Pete as the S tier. You have Martin as the secondary player. You have Cub instead of Finn, and then you have Jimmy instead of Eric. It's very similar. It's a very similar team structure, and I really like this team for that. I think this team could do very similar to that team, just not in like the winning rate. I'm gonna put them at 4 because I do think there are better teams than them, and I don't think they're gonna get their ideal game order. It'll be very interesting to see if they end up being bottom 5, and Pete ends up being bottom 20 at halftime, and Pete decides to go absolutely ham at halftime again. That'll be very interesting to see. I don't think it'll happen again, but if it does, we all know Pete is the GOAT. This team's really cool, though. I'm going to leave them at 4th. Next up, we have the Green Goblins with Grian, CPK, Smallish Beans, and Wilbur Soot, with a Season 2 average of 8,485. Now, here we are, folks. We have the most hyped up team of the entire event. Everyone was going absolutely crazy in the poll for the first half of the teams when I did a poll on YouTube. Literally, I'm not even kidding you guys, 95% of those comments were green. It was just green, 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 green. I love green. Socket trio, green, green, green. I'm like, bro, whoa. I was like, first up, I got to make the thumbnail for some members of the green team because that's going to get a lot of clicks. And 2, wow, this team is getting a ton of hype, and I can see why. You have the socket trio of Green, Jimmy, not Jimmy. Why did I say Jimmy? Smallish Beans and Wilbur, and then you got CPK to lead them. This team is very similar. Not very similar. I guess kind of. I want to say it's kind of very similar to last MCC with CPK's team, the Violent Vampires of CPK, Orion Sound, Joel, and Jimmy. And it kind of is. I kind of see it, except for 2 things. 1, I think this team is better, and 2, they're not playing on the LAN where they're all next to each other. So that's kind of good. I just think this team is technically the second or third best statistically team based on Season 2 average. This team is very, very good. I think this team will do really, really well. I think this team's an underdog team. I feel like they're kind of like MCC 18 CYAN Centipedes. It's a very underrated team, and I don't think they're going to get third. I'd say 5th, anywhere between 5th and like 2nd. I can see this team getting. That's my range for this team. They can get anywhere between there, and I think a lot of people would agree that they get anywhere between there. For them to get 2nd, I think they would have to have a huge pop off in like Sky Battle, there's some like hole in the wall or some game at the end for them to actually get in second place. It would have to be one of their best. I don't know what their best games are. I'm assuming it'd be like Bill Mart. No, it'd be Santa Time, right? I don't know if it'd be Santa Time. Maybe it would be. I don't know, but they would need a huge pop-off game at the end to get second or to get into dodgeball at least. And I do think they could have it, but it's kind of highly unlikely. I don't think they're going to do as bad as Soccer Duo did in the last MCC. So, yeah, I think this team's going to be really cool. Love the Soccer Trio plus CPK. Hopefully, CPK can get a top 5 finish again and lead this team to dodgeball twice in a row. That'd be pretty cool if he did. 2 dodgeballs back to back. That's a CPK special if I haven't seen one. Anyways, great team. Next up, we have the CYAN Centipedes with Kara Corvus, Krinios, Kratzy, and Rygai Rocky with a Season 2 average of 7,589. Now, here we have a team with 3/4 of the Crimson Krakens. I don't know why Scott didn't put Sparkles with them. I'm guessing because it would get kind of boring to just have Crimson Krakens like every holiday season. So he'll probably save them for He'll probably save the Crimson Krakens team for Christmas or for next month in November. So hopefully we get a Crimson Krakens team in the next 2 MCCs. But it's still cool to see a 3/4 Crimson Krakens team. And the 4th member being Rygai Rocky is pretty cool too. I really like Rygai Rocky. I think he's the 3rd best bow player in all of MCC, to be honest. I think the first 2 are Dream and Sapnap, but then Rygai's just cracked, man. He's just that good with a bow. So if they get the dodgebolts, you know what they're going to do. They're going to feed it to Rygai. No. But I don't think this team's going to get the dodgeball. I think they're going to be bottom 3. Maybe they'll pop off. I hope they pop off, actually. I really like this team. This is one of my favorite teams. I really hope they pop off. I really like Krinios and Kratzy as a duo. I think they're going to do really well like they've done in the past on the Crimson Kraken teams and what they've done individually on their own teams. So, yeah, I just really, really like this team. Kara makes a really good roundabout to this team because it just has all-around great vibes, man. This team's going to be awesome. I love this team. If I was to guess where they would place, it's probably either anywhere between 6th and 10th, like I said, bottom 5. But I hope they place more close to the top 5, like in 6th or 7th. But realistically, they're probably gonna be like 9th or 10th or 8th, to be honest. It's just, I don't know, man. The Crimson Krakens haven't been great in Season 2 so far. I hope they have a comeback with this MCC. That'd be cool. But I don't think they will. They have one of the lowest averages. That's probably because, though, Rygai and Krinios haven't played that much of Season 2. And Kratzy's kind of been lackluster the past couple events, but I think he'll have a bounce back this one. Cool team. Up next, we have the Aqua Abominations with Amesy, H-Bomb, Smager, and Sylvie with a Season 2 average of 7,991. Now, right off the bat, this team is one of the coolest teams in the event. Definitely one of the stronger teams, too. I think this team could do very similar to last year's at Mustard Mummies, with minus Sapnap being cracked. I think this team has a really good chemistry all around. I could definitely see this team being top 5. I'm tempted to put them in the top 2, but I don't think they will. I think this team's gonna not do that great just because Sapnap last Halloween MCC was so amazing that was the main reason why they got to dodgeball. But then also the supporting cast of Tubbo, Smager, and Scott was like Tubbo, Sylvie, and Scott was amazing. So I don't think it's going to happen here, though, because Amesy is really good, but this team is very dependent on Santa Time. If this team doesn't get Santa Time, they're not going to make it to dodgeball. This team needs Santa Time. So hopefully we get Santa Time finale. That'd be pretty cool. And I think this team has a good shot at getting into dodgeball if they have that. If they don't, and it gets played earlier, like in 6 or 7, and they probably don't they have a lesser shot, because then there's a chance that Survival Games gets played as the last one. And that's probably where this team kind of fails, because they are not a great Survival Games team. So hopefully this team gets the Santa Time finale. Their average is actually pretty decent, considering AMC has just joined the event very recently. H-Bomb is, H-Bomb, Smager, and Sylvie has been cracked recently. So, yeah, this team's all around going to do great. I love how Scott just puts himself on, kind of cracked teams for every, special or every cool MCC, all the holiday ones. It's kind of weird, but it's okay. He's got a decent shot to go 2-0 for Halloween, or I guess 3-0 because yeah, there was a MCC. What was it, 11? Yeah, I'm sorry. I always forget about MCC 11. It's like the odd one out for Halloween events because like MCC 18 is the most recent one, so you always have that one in your head. Then you have this one, which is basically the next Halloween event. And then you have MCC 11, which is kind of forgotten about because it was so long ago. But it was still probably the better Halloween event, to be honest, just because it was a little more fun all around. But MCC 18 was still pretty cool. So hopefully this team will live up to the hype and this event. Next up, we have the Blue Banshees with Foolish Gamers, Puns, Tubbo, and Gumi with a Season 2 average of 8,433. Now, this is my first place team. I think this team is very strong, really going to do awesome. And yeah, this team's probably getting top 3 at least, to be honest. I mean, come on, you got Puns and S tier. He's gonna have his redemption arc for Halloween because last year he was with Ant Frost and they somehow didn't make Dodgebolt. Still don't understand that, but I mean they didn't make Dodgebolt in MCC 25 either, so I guess that makes sense a little bit. But anyways, that's besides the point. I think Puns and Foolish are gonna do really well this event, and Tubbo and Gumi are just like the 2 perfect members to round out this team, basically, man. This team's going to be awesome. Foolish has been improving very well lately. He's literally been getting top 15 like in the past, or top 20 at least. Majority of the time, I think it's top 15 in the past, like 2 MCCs he played, 2 or 3 MCCs he played in. Ever since he's joined MCC, Foolish has just been cracked, man. It's kind of crazy. And then you have Puns, who of course has always gone. I think he's always gotten top 10. Never dropped out of the top 10 this season. So I mean that's just like consistency on another level. Man's literally cracked. And then you have Tubbo, who has potential to get top 10. Didn't in MCC 24, but could here. So I think Tubbo won't, though. I think like Foolish might get top 10, and then Tubbo will stay like 15th to 20th, and then Gumi will probably be like 25th to 30th. This team is very good, very well rounded, and I think they have to get first. I feel like this team will be kind of a letdown if they don't get into Dodgebolt. I mean, this team's amazing, bro. Come on, how do you not see it? How do you, like they have the third or second best average in based on season 2, I think. Yeah, if my calculations are right, at least, then they should be. Which is really not calculations. It's just the Team Maker by Ultra Sheep Ward. Thank you, Ultra Sheep Ward, for the Team Maker. Appreciate it, man. But yeah, this team is correct. Thank you, Scott, for showing us this team. Next up, we have the Violet Vampires with Fruitberries, Filza, Shovel, and the Orion Sound, with a Season 2 average of 8,447. Off the bat, why is Shovel's profile picture so realistic? Holy man, look at that. That is really, really good. Whoever did that, whether it's her or some graphic designer or artist, that is amazing. That is like props to them. That is crazy good. Anyways, it's Fruit's second Halloween event. Kind of sad that he missed out on the last one, but I guess it's understandable because he was basically participating like every season 2 event until then. But yeah, it's cool to see him back at the Halloween event. I really hope he does well in this one. You got a cracked team for this one, man. Come on, teaming him with Filza, bro. Let's go. Illumina and Filza didn't do that great, but Fruit and Filza, that's a different story, buddy. I'm gonna put the team in second. That's definitely biased considering I'm a Fruitberry stan when it comes to MCC. Okay, I did think he was going to do really well last event. I didn't think he was going to make Dodgeball, but that parkour tag finale was absolutely awesome. I loved that so much. I was literally doing the math on a calculator. I took a piece of paper out, bro. Literally got a calculator and started doing the math when they were in like the final 3 rounds, seeing if they would actually make Dodgeball. And then it happened, and I'm like, holy, no way they just did that, because I was doing the math and I was like, wow. Red has such a lead on them. There's no way Red doesn't make it. And then Red didn't make it, and Purple did. That was crazy, bro. Anyways, Fruit's back on Purple. It's another reason for him to win. Back-to-back, it's another reason for him to win. He's back-to-back Purple Dodgeball appearances. That'd be kind of cracked. Just put him on Purple in the November event, and boom, Dodgeball again. Anyways, I think Fruit has a really good shot of making Dodgeball, especially since Filza is just going to do awesome, hopefully. I think Filza has a really good shot of popping off. Shovel is going to do great, of course. I think she also has a really good shot of popping off. I think this is her redemption arc with Filza. Since Filza and Illumina couldn't do great, I think her Fruit and Filza could do great. And then you round out the team with Ollie. Ollie's just, dude, I love Ollie. Ollie's so like, he's got so much energy, and his energy is so positive all the time. It's why would you ever like not like Ollie. Ollie just makes his team way better, bro. 10 times better. Love this team. This team is a winner. They are going to get the Dodgebolt. If they win, cool. I know. If they win, that would be amazing. I would love that. Will they win? Probably not, especially if they're going against blue or yellow. But I think they will win. I have faith that they will win. I have also faith that they will make Dodgebolt. If they don't, I will be sad. But this is my second place team. I really like this team. Thank you, Scott. Let's go. Purple. Or violet, I should say. Violet Vampires. And last, but certainly not least, we have the Fuchsia Frankensteins with Blushy, Purpled, Rambo, and Slimesicle with a Season 2 average of 8,423. Now, first up, I noticed that Blushy is in a Halloween costume. I'm guessing that's Lava Girl because I'm pretty sure I saw somewhere that she said that she looks, or someone said that she looks a lot like Lava Girl. So I'm guessing that's why she's dressed up like Lava Girl. At least that's what I think it is. It might not be, and I might have just embarrassed myself, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Next up, we got Purpled. Of course, this team's probably going to get like 7th, to be honest, and he's going to get 2nd again, like he did again with Red, which is kind of true because this team is very structured, very similar to Red. Next up, we have Rambo, which it's kind of crazy how they've been together 3 times in a row. Purpled and Rambo were together on Red in MCC 24. They were together on Aqua in MCC 25. And now they're together on Fuchsia and MCC 26. That's actually kind of crazy, bro. I would not expect this duo to be together so many times. But I guess because Rambo hasn't popped off like he did with Dream the last time he teamed with an S tier, besides Purple, I think was the last time he teamed with an S tier. I'm pretty sure. Might have been someone else. I don't know. I'm forgetting. I always draw a blank when it comes to this kind of stuff. But he placed, what, 4th or 4th, right? 4th along with Dream. And Dream got, like, what? Like, 2nd or 1st? Or he might have gotten, like, Rainbow might have gotten better than Dream. I think he might have gotten better than Dream that event. Anyways, yeah, so I guess Scott's just thinking that it's kind of fair considering Rainbow hasn't placed that well with really cracked players like Purple or, someone like Dream. Or besides Dream, I guess he hasn't really placed that well. So I guess that's kind of fair that they keep putting them together. Unless Rambo gets like a really good pop off this event and gets top 10 again, and then they get to Dodgeball, I think that's when they'll stop teaming together. But until that happens, I think Scott's just going to full send the Rambo and Purple duo. Just keep on hitting it out. Next to MCCs, 100% they're going to be teamed together now. It's probably not going to happen next MCC. If it does, I'll be very surprised. But also, I haven't spoken about this guy in a while, but we have Slimesicle. He's returned to MCC. That's pretty cool, man. It's been since MCC 19 that we've seen him? Yeah, last time we've seen Slimesicle was MCC 19, which is his debut, I'm pretty sure. Was it? Or was that MCC 18? Either one. It's cool to see him back. This team's going to be really funny because of him. And it's going to be interesting because Slimesicle and Purple, they're both Lost Nevada. I guess both are former Lost Nevadas members. So it's going to be interesting to see that combination. And then we have never seen the Rambo and Blushy duo. We've never seen Blushy really with any of these people. So it's going to be cool to see Blushy interact with people. I know she knows Purple because of Bed Wars and they're part of the Bed Wars community. That's probably why she got teamed on this team. But she doesn't know Rambo and Slimesicle that well, I'm pretty sure. So that's going to be cool to see this. Overall, this seems pretty good. I'm probably going to put them in 7th to 10th. I don't think they'll get 10th just because of how good Purple is. They'll probably get 7th, and Purple will probably get 2nd again. It's just for the memes, man. Come on. Anyways, cool team. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe down below and click on one of these videos to keep on watching my content. Anyways, peace.